Hello, dear students. I welcome you all in the online e-classes of DAV Moyle Public School, Sita Savangi. I welcome all the students of 7th standard in science for the topic of measurement of time. In the previous period, we have learned about simple pendulum and we have learned about the simple pendulum is made up of a metallic ball and it oscillates, and one oscillation is the motion from to and fro, and it takes some time. The time is nothing but the time period. So dear students, in the previous lesson we have learned about time and motion. Now we are going to correlate the time and motion. Now just have a look. The horse is moving, the car is in motion, and this car is also moving. But can you imagine what is the speed of their movement? Now, can you see the two things are moving from left side to right side? So, can you judge which object is moving faster? Means which speed is faster? This we can judge with the help of time. Yes. What about the time? So, for analyzing the speed of the object, we need three things. That is, we need to know what is the speed of the object, we need to know the distance covered by the object, and we need to know how much time does the object take to cover that stipulated distance. So, the formula for measuring the speed is speed is equal to distance upon time. Formula for speed is equal to distance upon time. Now let us take an example for measuring the speed. The odometer of the car read 12,000 km at the start of a trip and 12,400 km at the end of the trip. So, students, how much kilometer does the car run? Let us see. Then question is, if the trip take 8 hours, find the average speed of the car. In this question, we have to find out the speed of the car. So, as we have learned that for calculating the speed of the car, our formula is speed is equal to distance upon time. And our distance is this, means 12,000 kilometer is the starting and 12,400 kilometer is the ending, and if we subtract we get 400 kilometer is the distance covered by a car in how many hour? That is in 8 hour. So now let us put the value in our formula. Our formula says distance upon time and the result is 50 km per hour. So our formula for measuring the speed is equal to distance upon time. So my dear student, if we know any one of the entity amongst the whole formula, it is possible to find out the unknown entity. Now let's see how can we derive the formula for distance. For distance, our formula is speed into time is equal to distance. So student, what is the formula for distance? speed into time is equal to distance. Let us try a example. The Shatabdi Express take 6 hours to travel from New Delhi to Lucknow at an average speed of 80 kilometers per hour. Find the distance from New Delhi to Lucknow. And what is the formula for calculating the distance? Our formula is distance is equal to speed into time. So in this question we have time, that is 6 hours, and also we have speed is equal to 80 km per hour. Now let us put the value in the formula, and in this way we will get the total distance. From this formula it is also possible to find out the formula for time. Just have a view. The time taken is equal to distance covered upon speed. Now let us solve an example on time. The distance from Delhi to Chandigarh is 250 kilometers. A bus travel at an average speed of 50 kilometers per hour. How much time would it take to travel from Delhi to Chandigarh? In this question, we have to find out the time, and the formula for the time is distance covered upon speed. Now students, now tell me, what is the distance given? It is 250 km. Very good. And what is the speed given? It is 50 km per hour. Now let us put the value in the formula, and our answer is 5 hours is the time period necessary for cover the distance in that speed. In this way we can calculate either distance or speed or time if any of the two values are given. Now we will come to another topic, that is graph. I hope all of you have seen such a type of representation that are different type of graphs. Bar chart, pie chart, line chart. What is the meaning of graph? Graph represent the given data in the pictorial form. Graph enable us to communicate the information in an interesting and visual manner. This is a bar graph. It can represent the scoreboard of the game cricket, and so many things can be represented with the help of bar graph. This is pie graph. It can be used to represent the percentage of students traveling to school by various mode like walking, car, bus, cycle, as you can see in the picture. This is the linear or straight line graph, which is used to measure the distance and time graph. Here this is nothing but this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. X-axis and y-axis combined together is called as origin. We choose appropriate scale to represent the value of distance and time on the graph. Here in this example we have selected the scale of 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25. Means that each scale is equivalent to 5, and in time axis, that is in x-axis, we have selected the scale as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So, a straight line graph can be drawn in so many different ways. That's all for this lecture. Thank you and have a nice day.